now, so let's get straight to it. Today on the show, I have joining me on the show to share the experiences in the Big Brother house is Fubara and Danboskid. How are you guys doing? Let me just get straight because no time. First of all, I mean, how was the experience? 2 weeks is a short time for you guys to just go have fun and get out. Right. So for you, how was the 2 weeks like for you? I know it was too short. I don't need to ask you if it was too short.
Yeah, short, but it was a little, ups and downs. Okay. There's a lot of fun in the 2 weeks. A lot of, friendships formed, a lot of alliances formed, but there were times where, I had to make tough choices, easy choices, but all in all, it was a surreal experience and beautiful to be there.
Because, I mean, I watched you before you got into the house and how you were so confident that you would win, and you said you would bring a lot of fun. What happened? What changed? Like, did the house overwhelm you?
Nothing changed. I brought a lot of fun. I was in the house. I had fun. I, did what I could, but I realized some parts of those things weren't shown necessarily or were not translated to the audience because the parts where were shown, I feel like the people that like me, the audience that said that, they were my fans or whatever, they saw it and they got attached to it and they ran with it. But a lot of what happened was that, what I thought was happening inside, outside, we're not necessarily seeing as much of it because, I mean, it's a house of 29 people. The camera is on different people at different times, right? So now I'm back, I'm looking through it all and I'm like, I did this and I did this and I did this and I did this, but where exactly is it?
So you feel like, I mean, the fun sides that would have probably maybe gotten you more, supporters or love were not shown.
Yeah, so some fun parts were shown, obviously, like with the parties, they were aired.
Yeah, sure, the parties, of course. Everybody's there together.
Yeah, everybody's there together. They were aired, but, it's what it is. It has happened. I wish, people saw more of me, and even with the reaction of the housemates when I was leaving, I think you could tell that,
they were shocked.
They were shocked because, they were not shocked because, where is this baby going? But it's almost like, I thought this person was doing something. Where exactly are they going? Do you understand? If there are people in this house that we know are not doing anything, are still here. So that was the shock. And that's why I was also shocked and speechless till I got on stage.
Wow, that's another angle. Okay, what about you? The 2 weeks, how was it for you?
Well, honestly, I'll just put it like this. It was a good time, but wasn't a long time. I enjoyed my stay there, trust me.
Well, like a quickie.
No, don't put it that way, don't put it that way. Don't put it that way. But yeah, I did enjoy my time there, trust me. Yeah. But I had quite the same issue with her, but mine was totally different because while I was going to the house, I gave a name that was tallying with my handles. But then we had an issue. The management, BBNaija, they didn't want somebody coming with the same name because King's Juice was already registered. It was a brand name. So I had to change that name to Danboskid. Danboskid was my first ever nickname while I was a kid. Yeah, that was the first name I ever picked. And I had to pick that while I was entering the house and I was out of reach with my handler. My phone was already given to the management. There was no way I could change my username again. So it was quite hard for my fans who were watching me to get through to me.
To identify.
Because they would search Danboskid and they weren't seeing anything. And immediately I got out of the house, Tell you what, when Ebuka called my name, I even heard a shout from the studio. Yeah. Everybody was shouting because they were shocked. Danboskid, the lover boy, the guy was just still on his own. And then I'm evicted. The first person, I mean, she's still the second.
She's the first.
The first person, man. And then when I got out, I saw that was my number one issue. And immediately I changed my username. Bro, it wasn't up to a day. I got over 10K followers to show that these people were actually looking for me. And the comments I was getting, it actually did encourage me because me being evicted the first person, bro, I was like, what the fuck? Did the world not like me for who I was? But then I started getting the encouragement that they couldn't actually find me. My fans were actually now pleading that they were sorry that I shouldn't have come out at that time. But it is what it is, and the thing I just put in my head is make use of what you have right now because this is not a dolly moment. We are on a spotlight right now. We are the only housemates outside that have our lives back.
Yeah, back to
so it's best to make use of what you have right now, and that's what I'll try to do.
Because I mean, watching you, because like when they unveiled all of you, I watched all your interviews, and you sound like you were going to bring some heat, the Playboy vibes and all that.
I wasn't given that. I never said so. Please.
No, well, I was just saying like you might bring it on. So having you evicted, and now this story about your social media, mix up. Wow, actually, it's going to actually affect you. So like, do you feel like, I mean, because I remember your clip then you said you were just out there to have fun and play the game and you're not really concerned about branding. Because everybody wanted to win. Everybody said they would win. So now that you're out in 2 weeks, do you feel like you will now focus on your branding? Because if you have this story of your social media and your branding mixed up, is this something you need to actually, should I say, focus on to actually maybe build your reputation?
Well, I'll say maybe there was a mix-up because I was focused on my branding. Before going into the house, I feel I laid the foundation, yeah. I've been a model, content creator, and an actor, yeah. I've been in 4 movies before I even got into the house. One of my movies was even nominated for Canadian Film Festival. So I just laid that foundation, went into the house, and hopefully, yeah, the world was going to see me for who I was and then use the exposure to keep on going. But yeah, that's still the same plan. Come out, use the exposure I have right now, yeah, to keep being the model I am, just a refined version, keep creating content, influence things, and then one thing I still want to focus on is my acting, because, bro, you're looking at a world top class actor right now. So yeah, that's where we're going.
Okay, so I mean, 2 weeks is a short time, but also it's enough time for you to sell yourself, I believe. But there's something that I feel like that has plagued a lot of housemates, because I've interviewed a lot of housemates from the previous editions. The ones that come out first, I don't know if it's a mental, battle, because they feel like they were not fairly, judged. And I feel like sometimes it doesn't make them push their brand. And a lot of times I've seen the case where also, when they go back for their reunion, people are like, oh wow, this person would have been a lot of fun to have stayed in the house, but the damage has been done. People have picked their faves, and those ones, their brands have already, grown beyond. So I feel like it also affects them in terms of how they perform in the industry. And sometimes I've seen most of them go to other things that they didn't plan to go to. So for you guys, how do you guys intend to maximize the 2 weeks, and of course also push yourself out there in the industry? And what do you want to focus on? You said acting. So I'll start with you. What do you want to focus on? How do you want to maximize these 2 weeks that you have?
Well, I want to start by saying that I think our set is different when it comes to things like that, because every single person on this set, right, was, different in terms of personality. Yes, I'm serious. But me going out, in the house, a lot of people called me the resident psychologist or the resident therapist. Talking is my thing. Conversations is my thing. So I went into the show to kickstart a, world in brand influencing and content creation. And also have my own podcast, right? Where I talk a lot about, the human connection, human beings, have guests, answer questions like an agony aunt kind of situation. So it's something that, is coming very soon because there's the buzz now. Everybody's writing you. I love your voice. I want to hear more from you. Looking forward to that podcast. I'm definitely not going to disappoint people. I'm definitely going to come up with that, but also work with brands that align with my values and just make sure that I do not leave the spotlight or leave the faces of people by using my skills, my talents, and pushing until my name is as much of a household name as the person that even wins the show.
Plan. What about you?
Well, one thing I always say, nobody can motivate you than yourself. And if you do these moments we have right now, there are some housemates are going to be evicted next week, hopefully. They will have their... Yes, no, it's a game. It's a game.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's a game. BBNaija can say no, he doesn't want to evict anybody next week and then turns it out. But it's a game.
Yeah, true.
Somebody might come outside.
Have to go. Yeah.
Somebody might come outside. And trust me, when it comes outside, it wouldn't be the way it is right now for us, because the spotlight might be on them on that moment. People might want to soap with them at that moment. So I don't think it's the time to dull it right now. This is the time to be active, because, man, out of sight, out of mind. That's how it is online. Once they didn't see you, you're gone. So you just have to keep making that presence. And once you're doing that, once you know you're true to your cause, that's all it. That's all it.
Okay, well said, well said. Now, from your relationship in the house, who are your favorite housemates? I know it was too short. Probably you guys didn't get to even know everybody, in depth. But from your relations with all the housemates, who's your favorite, and who also do you feel might actually have the chance to, win this from your experience? I
mean, for me, because I spoke to a lot of housemates, actually, it was, my strategy was alliances. So I made sure to have conversations with almost everybody. So, I have favorites like Ruboy, Utega, Thelma Lawson, I like people like Joanna, Dede. See, I have a lot of people, Big Soso, Sultana. Those were people that, were around me a lot. And I'm hoping that, Ruboy brings home the money, Utega, Thelma Lawson.
Okay, that's the hype man.
Yes, the hype man, exactly. So any of these people, if they win, I feel like, my time with them in the house was comforting, was uplifting, and I'll be happy, right, if they, end up with the money.
What about you?
Well, as much as I'll be waiting for my baby Zita, yeah, I want her to win it. But then there are some people who are actually playing the game real well, and I'll call them out. Emisi is doing quite a good job. If she's acting, man, she should keep it going because she's doing a good job. And Faith, nobody's looking at Faith right now, but I think that guy has a very smart strategy. Yeah, because see, I mean, he just made Bright get 2 strikes, just like that.
Actually, yeah.
Like how? And if he fucks up one more time, he's gone. He's gone.
Watch the language.
So sorry. If he mess up one more time, he's gone. So sorry. He's gone. So like, Faith is actually playing a very, very, very smart game. And nobody sees that right now until it is like the 6th, 7th week and they're like, Faith hasn't gone anywhere. That's when they realize that my guy is a smart guy. He's a doctor and he knows how to talk. He studies people. So like,
okay, let me ask you. Okay, first of all, if I ask you this question, who do you want to leave next? Just quickly, just give me a name.
Bright Morgan. You know why? I was cool with him the first week. Yeah. And coming outside, I figured he nominated me to leave.
Also, he didn't pay you.
I'm like, what did I do to you? What did I do to you?
Yeah? First week, we all nominated. But I nominated my friend the first week. I don't know why.
So if you felt betrayed, like bro code
like,
was
my G. He's always shaking me too. Like, what's up, bro? Bro, come on now.
That's like some Judas thing. Like, Judas. Okay, what about you?
To come out?
Yeah.
I mean, someone like Ivata, I don't think like she's doing much in the house from my point of view, right? I was in her room, I was there. So there's no much storyline that can draw to her in the house. Victory is just not, I don't think, it's communication just poor in the house and it's just causing trouble. I mean, it might be drama for a lot of people, but you know, I'm not just a fan of him.
But you know that's what Nigerians look forward to, the drama.
Yes.
That whole controversy,
But being in the house is tasking to just be, you know, with him. Like,
are you serious?
Yes, it is. And when it was head of house, oh God, it was a whole...
It was a lot of it.
It was a lot. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so like with your shorts in 2 weeks, trust me, 2 weeks is too short. Like, if I was the one, maybe this meal, I'll probably be like, yo, why did I even go for this year?
No,
but it's Big Brother's house, so it's like 2 months.
It's like 2 months.
Honestly.
It's a lot.
Honestly.
Well, every day is a different thing and it's long. It's different there.
So are you sure? I'm like 2 weeks is too short. Like, what do you guys even get to prove yourself? But if you had the chance to maybe rewind time, do you wish you had maybe probably, let's say if you had a chance to wait till next year, if you know that this would have been your fate, like, you know, going into the house to stay for 2 weeks and leave, would you wish you'd have maybe come next year?
No, I'll just do things differently. This set is special.
What makes it special?
What makes it special? You watched us on this set. There's a vibe to it, but there's a buzz to this set, right? It's the 10th edition. Every time, everybody knows 10th anniversary of anything is special, right? But it did not just go by as the 10th edition. We actually made a show. Like, we're giving people a show. People said in 2 weeks, you know, we've heard your name in this, you've done this, you've done
actually,
that.
there were some people that gave us highlights that we expected like in 2 months.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
Isabella and
Kiki.
No, but it's that kind of thing that even us that we've left the house, they are still saying it, they're still calling our names in the house. That's how, and it's to repeat for the next people that go, it's to keep going like that and like that. So I believe that this set was perfect for me, right? Maybe I wouldn't want 2 weeks, right? I want 3 months. However, I'm very grateful that this was the set that, like, how would I put attached to, or you know, people know that I was a part of.
What about you? Same.
Yeah. While I was in the house, I said something. Yeah. Everybody that were here, they were meant to be here, because like. I mean, the chaos was a lot for me in the beginning of the week, But the second week, when I got to know everybody, I just said, I just looked at everybody. We were one of ones. You weren't going to find IB in someone, but in someone else. We were ones of ones, with the chaos, with being nice, with being so strict. Man, I felt at home. I'm not going to lie to you, because it was so nice. When someone comes to look for your trouble, give them 5 minutes. They'll come back and come back. I'm so sorry. And that's it. That's how it's supposed to be.
Mature.
Some people were still behaving like kids. I mean, well, like
name them. Who?
But you're larger.
Coin.
But I wouldn't say so, because there are some things we didn't even know about Coin until we came out. Coin is the bad guy. I mean, he's playing his game as well. Okay. Some people there, you feel.
Do you feel like Coin is playing like the pity card? You know, crying the other time and.
No,
were those the real tears?
The first cheers, the first cheers.
Fight.
Well, because the only thing I feel, honestly, Kebaba just called out his dad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Don't think it too deep.
I
That's the
think it was
person
that
I am.
deep.
Yes.
I think it
That's
was
the kind of person I am. I
too
wouldn't think of
deeply.
it so deep.
Yeah.
But I mean, people are different. You might want to see it from his own perspective.
Yeah.
Seeing it of how he sees his dad, and then someone talking about your dad in the house, you don't even know his dad, and you're talking about his dad. So I just
But
didn't want to
sometimes
judge
like
anything.
guys do it like like a guy code thing. It's
Yeah.
not like you said, not that deep.
Yeah.
It does maybe feel like okay,
Yeah.
you're this, you're that. It's all banter.
But then he started with,
Exactly.
and then he calmed down and started crying.
So that's what I was like, was that like, should I say intentional, because trying to, should I say, buy people's sympathy, and Gen Z, of course, like you said, is very young. Because we saw how, was it the last one, Glebaye, sort of had that pity card, a pity vote. So, but okay, that aside. Now, okay, going forward, what should we expect from you? You said, talk about podcasts, right? What other plans do you have?
Just to be a brand influencer.
Okay.
So grow my social media to the point where, people want to work with me, especially brands that align with my values.
Yeah.
Just make sure that, people...
What are those values? Let them know.
No, I would really, really like to work with brands that, want to impact people's lives. I don't mean in terms of NGO or anything, no, but like even if I'm working with brands, for instance, from the ones from the show, I feel like they're very, very impactful. Like the ones that we had on the show, right? So just brands that, want people to have a good time. That's the best way I can put it, right? So I'm open to that. I'm just open to working with people generally, right? To keep being in people's faces, keep building, personally, and also helping people grow, because that's,
What about you?
Well, I'll say for me, I dwell mostly in the fashion industry and in the movie industry. And it's just around what I do. I create content, I model. So, bring your outfits, bring your scripts. I'm going to deliver them to you. And that's basically just it. I influence too. So, bro, stay active. When it comes to work, if you watch me in the house, I could have a calm lifestyle being on my own. But when it came to working out, when it came to task, I was always active, and that's how I am. When it's work, we're looking for money in this country now. So you know how it is. You know how it is. We're in the house for 2 weeks, and that was one thing I was so appreciative for. You know how much you spend on yourself in a week?
In a week, true.
And we were kept over 2 weeks. You didn't have to care
spend
for
your
yourself. I felt like I was in a vacation. I was chilling. So that's why I said it was a good time, not a long time. I wanted a long time, but
okay. Before I let you guys go, how long have you been? Before you, of course, made it to the house. How long did you guys try to get on Big Brother?
This is my first time.
This is your first time?
Yeah,
You never went for auditions?
Never audition, never filled the form, never anything, never even thought. I've just been a watcher all my life. I woke up one day and said I would go for the audition, or I would do it, and they said, oh, it's physical this year. And I'm like, okay, let me fill the form. Form blocked, there was no slots. Some people like him decided to travel. Me, I said I would sleep. Since if it's for me to come, and lo and behold, it's opened up, and I got a slot.
What about you?
Yeah, like mine was very funny as well. When I wanted to register this year, I wanted to register in Lagos because I stayed in Lagos, and it was closed. I was like, no, I'm going to go for this year, and I signed in for Abuja. I flew to Abuja, went there on my day. They said they couldn't find my name. Man, it was so disappointing. I just went back home and he called me the next day. I was so happy, and then I went, and all of a sudden, I made it inside. So I'm still grateful regardless of the 2 weeks because it was better I was shown than. I know how many people went for the auditions. I know how many people I saw. Over 1,000 people, and then just 29. So I'm grateful for that.
And now we walk on the streets and people say hi.
You have to deal with the fame that comes with it.
Already.
Why I asked the question? Because I know Gigi. We worked in the past at a radio station together, and she said that she would like to go for Big Brother. So like 2016, 17. So and when I saw this, I'm like, okay, you go, girl. Nice. All right. So thank you so much, Fubara, and thank you so much, Danboskid. I wish you guys, luck and well in your future endeavors. I'm looking forward to, and I hope you guys actually milk it, because you know what I'm saying, because I know people that were evicted in the first 2 weeks, and we're still friends to date, and it still hits them like as if they didn't make the most of it, and they have this sort. I won't call their name just to respect them. They have little regrets that I might have done better. Just saying. So make the most of it, and I wish you guys well in your future endeavors.